we just got to get fighters. New. Tyler, for a good race out of you. Let's have a good race between me and you. Let's have a battle. I'm not much faster around here than you.
I'm gonna give this 908 everything she's got.
I'm actually glad that you actually beat my lap time at one point.
Because
then that means you're adapting and you're improving.
Figuring out the kinks of the score.
Well, other than Enzo, I haven't, and Ollie, when he uses that broken-ass Porsche, I haven't really seen anyone who can really compete with me in GR1 yet.
Well, in Vanden, kinda.
I love Vanden to death, but the biggest reason why he was able to compete was because that track was nothing but straightaways.
You shot my boy down.
I don't want to sound like an asshole, but that's the biggest reason he kept up, was because of this straight line speed. Like, the reason I left you guys so much is because of the corners. Like, my car handled you guys in the corners. Oh, nuh-uh, not today, bitch.
Watch that. Your car just turned into a drift car. It's like, oh, you touch curve, I go sideways.
Oh boy, John Watron has donated $20 through Super Chat. Well, thank you, King JM. I appreciate it. Well, he didn't. It's fake. It's not real.
He typed it. He did that type stuff.
You know what?
Yo,
imagine.
Come to mind and do the same thing, my guy.
Yeah, come over here. I can use that.
Nah, bro. But like, imagine that like he actually has like donated and like fucking like there's some like random special like place I can go to collect or whatever, you know. I don't know.
So that white line, does that apply to GR3s too?
Everyone.
Applies to everybody.
Okay. I'm actually liking this Porsche.
Oh my god, invisible! I'm spectating this man's completely off the fucking track and the barriers trying to fucking get that good line of turtle. My man's like, we can use the whole track limits on this turn? Bet! Oh, don't cheat it!
Leave the fires to be late.
Yeah, fat ass.
Aren't his kind usually early to everything so that
No, fuck no, the opposite.
You wanna run through? Do you notice
cold tires.
He's always early to SHP lobbies, but never to race.
And my teammate is giving up on practice. He's like, fuck this, I'm gonna kill my other fucking Lewis Hamilton and eat donuts.
How many laps are we doing?
20.
20. What, 25?
25. It'll
Nice.
take roughly 30-ish minutes.
Cool.
Sweet.
And GR1 cars will sit at the start line until all GR3 cars have completed their second lap. So we'll be sitting there for about 3 minutes. So be careful going into turn 1 to be cold. Just remember song.
At least I'll have more grip than I did in the 77. Get better brakes.
I'm telling you, man, I could probably rip that Sauber C9 around this track. I tell you what.
I don't think I could. Nope, I did GT350s now online.
Alright, let's see what I got here. Hold up.
Then again, he probably joined through his phone.
Yeah, he did.
Desi, tell him don't mess up. You know what? When you tell me not to mess up is when I fucking mess up, okay? So let's not do that. So for those of you who are watching the streams, so just so you guys do the first one, There's two different types of car classes that are racing in this one. There's GR1s and then there's GR3s. The GR3s are battling amongst each other, while the GR1s will be battling amongst each other.
Wait, is the race started?
If the GR1 has
No,
three,
you're good. Just get on.
interrupting Cal says what? Goddamn. So, pretty much it's a class. So, as long as everyone races nicely and the GR3 are out the way when the GR1s come by.
Yeah, blue flags, motherfucker.
There's no doubt easy all the time. Watch it, let's push.
No, we gotta replay the famous fly message. Fernando is faster than you. What was that? Fucking Hockenheim in like 2010, 2011?
Wasn't it 2012?
I know it was in Hockenheim. That's the one thing I remember.
Yeah.
Felipe Fernando is faster than you.
That was when it wasn't allowed with.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take
Shit, I couldn't say.
You'll be right
Alright,
back.
we'll-
You're gonna
we'll see
take
fight it-
your
we'll see
sweet
fight us
time
in
doing
3.5
what?
hours.
I'm gonna take
shit.
take a shit real quick. I'm not timing it. I'm gonna take 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll see fight this in about 4.5 hours.
I'm sure it's not gonna be like 10 years.
Oh fuck! Did I hold on? Did Ollie cheat? Ollie Mouse suspended.
Okay, just so we're all clear on what's going to happen. We're qualifier. When we're done, we leave track. I will keep track of where you start. I will set the grid myself by your times. The GR1s will start in the back since we start at the other.
Damn, Enzo, track limits.
We're going to line up the national anthem, and then we're going to do the left start last time, and then we're going to go.
What is Enzo doing? Enzo just said, "Fuck the road. I'm going through the grass."
Oh my god.
Oh, damn, Enzo, just trying to take Buddy out. Why don't you?
I don't even know what that
If
was
you
all
pull
about.
that shit during the race, you lose all the points.
He's trying to take Fathead out, but Fathead's ghosted. Yo, can we pull an F1 if he hits Buddy, he gets a 5-place grid penalty?
Ooh.
Give me a second, I'll be back. I'm getting something out of the way, and then after that, we are going to start.
But he's taking a fat Mexican shit, so he's probably gonna be a while. Nah, man, he eating them Doritos with those tacos. Enchiladas. Yeah, the tamales. I have the feeling it's just like waiting to take Bloody out.
I think he's definitely got to be lifting behind me. I mean,
he
obviously.
Is. Oh, is he gonna give him a NASCAR? Is he gonna give him the bumper? No, he's not. Ooh, damn! Look, he's off-roading again.
I'm giving him the goddamn room.
And he still says it. How the hell is he still a personal best lap in the grass? What? Oh, and he's hit Buddy. 5-place grid penalty. Flag on the field. Physical contact been made. 5-place grid penalty to the number, whatever that is, Chevrolet. To the number 44 Flowmaster. 5-place grid penalty. Number 44, how did I not know?
Oof.
I mean, I did 233, so.
Oh, there goes Enzo.
And yep, he forgot the brakes. Hey, Enzo, the brake is on the left, not the right. Then we got Ollie with the brightest car out here. They just abandoned the corner. Oh, don't mess with the spin it.
My tires.
Bono, my tires are going.
I made a message, so yeah. Look at this.
And he's not suspended.
Handbrake. Oh, fine.
He's not suspended again.
Professional driving.
Yeah, professional.
Like this.
He's suspended again.
Oh no. Oh, there's a road there. Oh.
Alright, is Fida's back now?
Yeah.
Yes,
Alright, bet. Is anyone not ready for this qualifier to start?
I'm ready. Let's send this hoe.
Oh shit!
Hold on.
So, is everyone ready? Like 100% bloody, everyone.
I'm ready.
Let me do one thing real quick.
I love how I say, is everyone ready? Tyler Man leaves the track.
Oh yeah, ready, let's do this shit.
Okay.
That has gonna absolutely destroy me.
What? He ate all the pizza.
Damn! Wow. Are we talking like a whole pizza? Like a whole big pizza? Or?
See,
Yeah, he had,
Adrian
like
asks,
6 slices just to my
can
himself.
I join? And to which I say, no, you cannot join.
Why the fuck do I have the pit lane in the back?
What? Yeah, what the fuck? That's unfair, bro.
Wait, what?
Look at the back pit lanes, bro.
Oh,
This shit's
ooh.
rigged.
Oh well,
All about
I gotta deal with all this
I guess, I
traffic.
don't know.
How many laps is it?
Okay, so real
25.
quick, does everyone have their voice sharing allowed to be shared?
Mine's always sharing.
Mine
Enzo?
is-
I'm
Sergeant?
gonna be famous.
Sergeant?
I haven't heard Sergeant talk since he joined, so.
Sergeant, you got your ears on? He
don't
is
mind
in the
always
party,
on.
right?
I don't know, somebody check.
Alright.
Manji, you're not racing. See if Sergeant's in the party. Let's check that real quick.
Sergeant's not in the party. Yes.
Is he in the party?
No.
No, he's not.
Nice track from his Spiders.
Shut up.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Well, don't turn it on me.
Hi, French guard, what?
Give me that slipstream, boy! Woo! Oh shit. This is gonna be scary in turn 1! I'll break myself for good! I somehow kept it within track limits, okay? French versus German power.
Peugeot all the way.
Huh?
Oh, all the way.
On speed dust.
Jesus, bro.
I see that proximity arrow.
Where's the stream? One more.
Yeah, Vaughn didn't make it.
Vaughn couldn't make it.
Thank you.
That's the end of this.
Taking this power on me.
Barely.
Thank you, Sergeant. Pass him left.
Is Sergeant in here now?
I don't know. I just thinking even if he isn't. Somebody's commenting on the stream. Can't look at it right now. Oh! Invisible mass suspended, rip.
I'm sorry.
I checked the party. Sergeant's not in here.
Hey, Manji, are you here?
Yes, yes
Can
I am.
you-
I am just having laughing videos. What's up?
Excellent. Can you text in the lobby chat and tell Sergeant that he needs to be in the party chat? Or to tell him or ask him to join the party chat.
I'm sending on PlayStation and Twitch, no, Twitch, and Discord.
Yeah, why does this kid fucking get another lap hooked up?
Alright everyone, just remember when race starts we back out. And we'll do it just like we did last time.
Yep.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom right after I ready up. Josh, is it okay if I just run right now? Or do you want me to...
Okay, I mean,
Well, you have to back out first.
We'll go ahead and restart my broadcast here.
Just wait till it tells us. Just wait till it tells us to go, and then we'll back out, so it doesn't like bug and shit.
Okay, so I just got a comment on my stream. Bondon says you can give him 5 minutes, he'll be here. I mean, we can make that work and just make him start from the back of GR1s.
we've already started. I'm sorry, you gotta be here. You need to be here at the start of the qualifier.
No, you have to be here for the qualifier.
We've already waited for Fidesz.
Come on in, you leave track. Sergeant needs to leave track. But he's not in the party.
And yeah, we can't start without. I mean, everyone has to be in the party. Okay, there we go.
Sergeant.
That will be
hey, Sergeant, leave Sergeant back out of the race. Thank you.
I'll be right back. Don't start yet.
We won't.
We will.
Tactics and race.
Give me
Same. Okay, good. Everything is still the same.
SMH. Well, nothing I can do about it.
Okay, so race change event settings. I forgot some. Set by host. And now we're gonna go to. So what needs to happen is I need every at least entered on track, so I can get the grid.
Yeah,
up.
I'm take my bathroom break real quick too, so I'm here. I already entered chat.
Hey, Sergeant.
Y'all got a piss or whatever? Hurry up.
Sergeant. Hey, bud. Sergeant, do you have your voice set to allow to be shared in the party?
Okie dokie.
Can you confirm for me that that's a yes? Same with you, Enzo.
What?
Just make sure your party voice shit is set to allow to share. Same thing with everyone else.
Yeah, it should be.
Ollie,
Yep.
is yours set?
Mine is.
Yep.
Excellent.
Mine should be to allow.
And of course, this is just a security thing to make sure that if there is anything we need to go back and see, like say if you hit somebody and we need to kind of see the entire live streams and everything just to make sure someone was just like, oh my bad, just to make sure that everything was fine, then we can't do that. Okay. So I'll just say this, if you have anything to report, make sure you notate what lap you were on, so that way we can go back and see any sort of thing that you might need to report. Okay, you can report things to either Fathead or me, and that's for us to be able to go back and see what happened with anything you needed to report, whether if it's someone that went over a line, or whether if it was someone that, I don't know, hit you, bumped into you, nudged you, something like that. Note what lap you were on, and note who it was, and then tell either Fathead or I later. That being said, we are ready to proceed when everyone comes back.
I'm back.
Hi, back.
Hi, back.
Okay, I'm just double check. Okay, so I'm just up in the grid, making sure everything is fine. I'm going to go through and make sure everyone's car's where it should be.
So are we waiting for them to go a lap?
We're gonna do 2 laps before we go.
Wait, if my driver can make it in 30 seconds, will he be allowed to race?
Nope.
No.
Nope,
He should have been. I mean, he should have been here on time. and so should Fidesz have, but we were able to wait for Fidesz, and then that's it. I mean, we're already
Once
starting.
Again,
we're already starting an entire hour, and we're an hour late.
Okay, so you guys, you need to remember where you start. Is everyone back and is everyone ready so we can get the...
For fuck's sake, oh.
What, Ollie? What's going on?
My internet starting shit again. Shit.
It's okay, maybe it'll hold out.
I hope so.
So we're going to do our little national anthem thing. Manji's going to do his deal, and then we're going to all line up and we're going to do the delayed start like last time. Is everyone ready?
I believe, I'd hope so.
I am.
Ryan Sturg is not on track. Okay, bet. Everyone who is participating in the race is on track. All right, let's get her. Wait, hold up. I'm double checking shit. Make sure the timer stayed. Okay, that stayed. That stayed. Okay, good. Everything freaking stayed
Me
this
and
time.
Valerie is going to sit here and roast some tires real quick.
Alright, boys, let's do this.
Let's have a good race, huh?
Let's. Yep. 45-degree angle, segregate with teams, and we'll do the damn thing, eh? Unfortunately.
It's me and you tonight.
6th. You start 6th.
We'll be the
Everyone
first
line
team.
up.
We'll be the first
Everyone-
team, Sarge. I'll go to the front.
Trying to figure out where to line up.
Oh my god, you're just gonna start in 6th. You're just gonna start in 6th. Just remember that.
I start in 8.
Oh shit.
So. Yeah, right here, Cryptic. Second, right here.
I'm gonna park next to Ollie, so that Ollie's not alone.
There you go, perfect.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. I have to take my dose.
What the Cobra Jet? Fuck it! Another Cobra Jet though?
Just gotta wait for Invis to park. Man, Bloody's team is like gonna be good today. I got a feeling.
Is that the only full team? Wow.
No, there's no full teams up today.
But they aren't. Is it?
Are we?
Aren't the,
Here, let me rejoin party.
Oh, five, yeah, Bloody's team is full.
Lagging. If I play
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be race 2 of the SHP Motorsports Racing Series. I am your humble commentator. Right now we are watching the teams do a lineup for the pre-game anthem, and they will get to it as soon as the anthem is complete. I've muted all the other racers, so that way it's just my voice on this broadcast, and there is no vocal interruption while I'm broadcasting this race and commentating.
Penis.
So just serve as a quick reminder, all depicted vehicle liveries in this race, whether replica or personal, are not real-world depictions of any affiliations between the brands and respective vehicles manufacturers. All manufacturers featured in this race are to be assumed that they hold no endorsement or connection to these depictions. All depicted logos, insignias, brands, and vehicle manufacturers are under copyright usage and are subject to fair use laws. With that being said, welcome to the second heat under the SHP Motorsports League title, with today being another mixed class GR3 and GR1 battle amongst the participating teams. Thank you for tuning in, and hope you enjoy the race. So the recap on the last race, it was certainly an interesting one. We had a fair bout on Circuit de la Star with a lot of gaps, a lot of fights, and a lot of very interesting points to be made from the first teams going around. So, due to the holidays, we're running a smaller lot than the last race, but all teams aforementioned are still in participation. I'll go ahead and unmute the race proctors real quick just to keep in touch with them. And once the race is underway, I will remute them and we will begin the live commentary for the race.
Alright, thank you everyone for joining. And guess we're all pretty much ready to go here. Everyone here looks nice and good. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the U.S. National Anthem. Oh shit, wrong one.
Code 11.
Oh, wrong one.
Ladies and gentlemen, it seems we're having some technical difficulties. Sorry for the copy out there. I promise at the end it's still playing.
Drivers, start
USA.
your engines.
Oh,
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh goodness.
Did y'all see that the guy who started that like movement or whatever is actually running that on his NASCAR?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And NASCAR's against it.
Well, he's losing sponsors, so yeah. Yeah. I will say it's probably not a good idea to interrupt the U.S. National Anthem for future references.
I'm trying to find my grid slide and can't see the numbers.
Which one am I?
I was supposed to be 8.
Bloody, you are
4.
4th. It goes Enzo.
Okay,
Ollie,
ladies and gentlemen, now that that has gone, sorry
Bloody.
there was some intermittent audio interruption for the national anthem there. The racers are going to begin lining up. The procedure is a little less than orthodox for this series. They do a pre-race qualification round, set up the blocks for the teams to go off of, and then they will start independently by classes. GR1 classes sit towards the back, and GR3 classes sit towards the front, with all of the proper racers staggered in their positions.
Hey, Sergeant, you need to be up in between Cryptic and me.
Yeah, Sergeant, you need to be back
Looks like we have
5th.
Yeah, you need to be
up
back in
front,
5th
we're going
place.
to have AMS Enzo and Sergeant Cross, followed by Ollie, Invisible, Bloody Viper, Cryptic Knight, and racing in the LMP1 class we have Mr. Fathead, Tyler Man, and Fida's GT350.
By the way, are we going to turn ghosting off?
Oh.
No. Hey, Sergeant, you need to back up and get into 5th place, my guy.
Just as a note for mention last time, the last winners of each respective class, AMS Enzo posed first place in the GR3 category, while Fathead posed first place in the GR1 category for the Circuit de la Star heat. Looking forward to seeing what both drivers can pull off this round. This is a more technical track, less straightaways, less dependence on top-end speed, and more so focusing on the technical capabilities of each driver.
Sergeant
Cross,
you need to
back
be
up
in
to 5th
place or you will be disqualified.
Is he here?
He is. He just.
Oh, okay, there he is. You need to back up. You need to get behind Invisible. You need to line up in the slot behind Invisible.
Final adjustments to the qualifying grid here.
There you go. Now just line up in that slot there. Back up a little bit.
Sergeant Cross is moving backwards
keep
a few
backing up.
positions to properly
Keep
adjust
going.
the grid.
Keep going. There you go. You should be good. Like right in that slot, right there.
You can pull up to the white line of your slot there.
Yep. Pull up to the very.
Hey,
there
right
you
there.
go.
That's good. Perfect. Good job.
All right. Alrighty. So is all the GR3s ready to go?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be a delayed launch, so just listen for the go. 3, 2, 1. Go.
And it looks like we have started with the GR3 heat. Enzo starting up front, Ollie following close in second, with the SHP Motorsports team following close to the middle of the pack, Sergeant Cross towards the rear with Kryptonite just in front of him. And it looks like we have 1-2 spin outs right there at the beginning, and we have one person off track into the green, 2 cars fell off into the red. That's going to be Cryptic Knight that fell onto the back of the GR3 pack. Invisible and Sergeant Cross took a little hit from that, along with Blade Viper. Back to the front of the pack, AMS Enzo is holding on, putting on the gap between him and Ollie. And everyone looks like they've gotten themselves into position on the track and they're lining up to get to these next few turns up here. That little beginning blunder right there definitely set Cryptic back a hard amount of time. He is currently posing a 13-second gap between him and the first position.
All right, boys, everyone in the GR1s, make sure you're careful because all it takes is one little mess up. And that's it.
Watching AMS Enzo taking this turn at 3rd and 4th gear, roughly around 100 miles an hour on the exit. Ollie following short behind, trying to keep just a close gap between him and Enzo. Great thing earlier today with Ollie watching him train on this track, and he was showing some excellent technical prowess, but AMS Enzo has definitely been training on his own and with his team on this track during the off time. And it's certainly showing the payoff here off this first lap. And now once the full GR3 pack crosses the GR1 pack, the GR1s will begin their heat.
After 2 laps, Monty.
Last race, it was Sergeant Cross in the back of the GR3 pack. Not quite sure what the reason was last time. I think it was just bad positioning and he didn't get a good jump in the pack most of the left at the beginning. But it looks like he's got himself a second chance to stay out of last place this round. Now Cryptic Knight has passed the GR1 pack. And, pardon me, a little correction there. Looks like the GR1 pack is not going yet. Due to the proximity of this track, the GR3s are going to be given a couple more laps before the GR1s head out. Ollie is holding a steady gap behind Enzo, but just falling behind by portions of a second on most of these turns and areas. Looking like it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle to catch up to Enzo. He's just dominant in that Corvette up in the front. Bloody Viper and Invisibles, 2 on the same team, are maintaining the middle 3rd and 4th gap. Sergeant Cross following up shortly behind, and Cryptic Knight still trying to make up for that huge loss at the first turn on the lap. We'll see how this pans out for Cryptic in his Hurricane GT3. A little bit of sliding right there does not bode well for making up time. And it looks like he just needs to keep his car a little stable, and he has just bailed into the dirt once more. That is going to be the nail in the coffin, and many more nails to come if he does not improve his race etiquette.
Once Sergeant passes, we're going. Since Cryptic's got that.
Enzo has completed his 2nd lap onto the 3rd, followed by Ollie. The gap has now gone from a 3.8 to a 4.2 second mark. Invisible and Bloody Viper both rocking the same vehicle, same livery with different numbers. Sergeant Cross almost holding his own position back there, not catching up to the SHP Motorsports team, but also not falling behind to Cryptic any closer. And now it looks like the GR1s are on their way. Fathead is leading up front with Tylerman close on his rear. Fighters GT just touching the back of the pack. And it looks like those 2 overshot that corner right there. Fighters managed to keep it between the white lines.
Good shit.
But unfortunately, that did not serve to any benefit for any of the racers. They're all still pretty evenly squared off in that heat right there. Looking at first position again. Enzo is still bridging that gap just ever so slightly by tenths of seconds on each lap. He's gone from a 3.8 to a 4.2 to a 4.5 lead against Ollie. Ollie is maintaining a decent pace, but he just needs to catch up and bridge those gap on those turns right there. You know, he has a very heavy AMG, but that AMG has a lot of straight ends, has a lot of straightaway top end power. He needs to utilize that and keep it clean through the turns to help get him up to Enzo. Looks like Viper's fallen slightly behind Invisible. Both are on the same team, so it looks like they may be trying to protect this middle of the pack position to hold on to 3rd and 4th place. Sergeant Cross being passed up by the 0-1 pack. Now Cryptic Knight still have not completed his 3rd lap. He is far behind, struggling to keep back up. He's almost in the same position as Sergeant Cross was this last race. Looking at the 0-1s now, Fathead in a good lead, put a decent gap on him and Tyler. And Fidesz is not too far behind Tyler as he was before in the first lap. Watching carefully on these turns now, this turn is known very much to lift up the back tires and kick out the rears of the vehicles. Enzo is up in first, virtually all by himself. He is just still putting on tenths of seconds on every turn between him and Ollie, and that was a bad entry by Ollie. That just brought that gap from a 4.8 to a 5.3 right there. That's gonna hurt big time. Yeah, it looks like we have Invisible. It looks like he's battling out with one of the GR1s, trying to keep himself out of their way. Sergeant Cross just holding his own position with a 21-second gap on first. Cryptic Knight with over half a minute gap until first place. He is definitely far behind. He needs to take these laps nice and clean and utilize a good pit strategy to break the gap between him and the fifth place position for the GR3s. Fathead coming in, setting in a hot lap of 1 minute and 19 seconds, 0.425. Tyler Man shortly behind with a lap time of 1:21.510. And Fight is trailing with a 1:22.266, so definitely an interesting. Oh, and it looks like Fight has overshot that turn.
Oh, Ollie's like
that's going to cost him. That's going to cost him a couple tenths of a second. Now we have to be Fathead and Enzo in proximity of each other. See how he takes this pass right here. Nice clean on the outside, breaking in towards the middle. Right through the apex, not quite touching it, but holding on just right, using the barriers to keep his wheels on grip and on tarmac. And that is a very clean pass on a slower vehicle. Tyler Man utilizing a similar tactic, but he is swinging his vehicle wide much more prematurely than Fathead does, taking a different corner approach, which does not seem to be working out for his vehicle that much. Now, this is going to be a tough corner for him to pass. There's a very tight section, very slidey, so he almost bottomed out his back end there. But straight away, he's just easy pass right there on Enzo. And Fidesz has fallen behind significantly, holding the last place position in the GR1 class. Now back to AMS Enzo, who's first place in the GR1 class. He has now established a near 7-second gap on him and Ollie. Ollie just trying to keep up and hold his own. He's definitely outpacing the GR3s behind him, but just cannot catch up to Enzo, who's just been dominant since the first race in that Corvette. Don't know how he does it, but he just does it. It looks like Bloody Viper has lost some proximity to his teammate Invisible. The 3rd and 4th place positions in the GR3 class are still held by the SHP team. That was a slight swing wide right there by Invisible, and Viper is just trying to do the same, but he's just keeping that back end down and stable on a mid-engine vehicle. It's gonna be tough. Sergeant Cross coming in now, and he has hop-skipped that turn and shoved it wide past the yellow barrier. And it looks like Cryptic Knight is catching up to Sergeant Cross significantly. This is bad news for Sergeant Cross. He needs to find a way to put more of a gap on him and Cryptic just needs to keep his head level if he wants to recuperate from last place. A couple more laps at this rate, and he will be passing Sergeant Cross soon enough. Fathead all by his own in lead in Giro 1 class, followed shortly by Tyler Man with a now clocked a 1:19.517 lap. But Fathead holding the hot lap at 1:17.924, a near 2-second difference, and that's gonna play a significant role on who places where in this race. Fortunately, Fidesz GT only still notching a 1:21, still has yet to break below the 20-second mark per lap. AMS Enzo holding the lead by his own, still establishing the gap on Ollie, went from a 6.8 to a 7.6 second gap. And Ollie is just holding on to that second place position. I don't think he's going to get anywhere near end zone in this race unless a significant accident happens on his end. You can definitely start hearing the tires are starting to take a little bit of heat now. You see the wear in the bottom left corner. They're definitely starting to show some fatigue. And Invisible is following short behind on the same turn, trying to just catch up to Ollie. Doing it very shortly. The gap difference has gone down between the two at some points, but has also gone up at certain other points. Bloody Viper, though, has fallen significantly behind his teammate, behind by a whole section of the track. Southern Cross taking that initial entry right there, a little properly, could have swung wide, preserved his energy, and kept the throttle up. Cryptic Knight just fighting to get out of last place at this point. I don't think there's going to be much first place hopes for him with those two bailouts, one on the first lap, one on the second lap. Fathead's going to be coming into the 6 o'clock of Cryptic very shortly now. Tyler Man following shortly. And Fight is just cresting the same turn that Tyler Man has taken. Enzo still holding his own. He holds a GR3 hot lap of a minute 28.264. Ollie not too far behind, only 0.966. That's approximately give or take some math, some 0.7 seconds behind AMS Enzo, but still, those 0.7 seconds add up on each lap, and it's going to contribute to the gap, which has already turned to an 8.2 second gap. Invisible holding a 129.156, Bloody Viper holding a 131.786, Sergeant Cross holding a 131.180, actually a faster lap time than Bloody Viper, which means he may have hopes of catching up if he can maintain a consistent pace at that 131 low-end time right there. Cryptic Knight, however, posting a 131.535, both faster times than Bloody Viper, and and right there's another unfortunate contact into the dirt that has set Cryptic back once again. He now has almost a 50-second gap between him and pole position. Looks like Fathead has made a clean pass on Sergeant Cross. Tyler Man following short behind. Got to make those two passes coming up as well. Flight is cresting the turn that Tyler Man just up, sorry. And they're maintaining a relatively consistent gap, so I don't see them switching up positions much more. These cars are so far spread out, there's really not that many battles for positions going on right now. Everyone's just more so finding their pace and catching up to each other. There hasn't really been any neck-to-neck brawls to hold a position just yet. Everyone's just sort of going at their own pace and slowly closing gaps and maintaining gaps on each other. Cryptic Knight, however, is slowly catching up to Sergeant Cross. The gap between the two, 51 and 48 seconds of pole position for both of these vehicles. Looks like Cryptic just got passed up by his team in the LMP1 category. Fathead still maintaining his lead in the 0-1 section, followed by Tyler Man, and Fighter's GT will be following shortly after that turn.
That's alright, Sergeant.
What happened? Or something about movement.
Checking back in on first place now. Enzo still maintaining a good run, still over half a tank of fuel. 10 laps down, 15 more to go. His tires are looking in impeccable condition, and part of that is to be credited to his excellent racing form. He doesn't slide the vehicle, he doesn't turn it and burn it, he actually keeps it stable, keeps the tires relatively straight on the braking, doesn't cause it to skid too much to where the tires experience premature wear. That's how he's able to keep up in that lead for so long with such strong tires. He treats them right and he doesn't slide them too much and subject them to too many forces. That's going to be a significant advantage, that discipline behind the wheel that he has in keeping him out of the pits for longer and keeping him ahead of the competition. Ollie following behind, he is at a 9.6 gap. It looks like he's experiencing a little bit of internet troubles here. There's some buffering on my screen on my end. I'm not sure if you can see that. Uh-oh. That doesn't look right. Oh, yep, yeah, he's definitely experiencing some internet troubles. Invisible is staying within good proximity of Ollie, but just not able to close that gap between him. Bloody Viper has fallen behind from his teammate Invisible, holding the 3rd and 4th place positions. Sergeant Cross hasn't brought any gap down between him and Viper. And Cryptic Knight was gaining on Sergeant Cross, but he has reset his progress by entering that dirt again on the 4th turn, and that is going to set him back very hard once again, just fighting to stay out of that last place position. It looks like Fathead is coming up on the member of one of the SHP Motorsports teams who has yielded way to the faster car. Tyler Man is now cresting that 1st turn. The updated hot laps looks like Fathead still holds a 1 minute 17.613. Tyler Man holds a 1 minute 19.285, a 2-second difference. That is not going to fare well for him. He needs to improve those lap times really fast and help close the gap on him and Fathead. Fight is a 1:19.709, just a shade slower than Tyler Man, so he may have a hope of shaving down some tenths of seconds on that lap time and getting in closer. He's not too far behind, he's only maybe half a sector back. That's still 15 laps is plenty of time, especially with a good pit strategy to get back within proximity and snatch that 2nd place GR1 victory. Enzo out front on his own. His tires have not even taken a single lick of wear since we have last tuned into him. Still running good on fuel. Looks like he's running a tight fuel management on his vehicle. Ollie falling behind just a little bit more at a 10-second, now 11-second gap. And what's going on here? It looks like Fathead is right behind Ollie, and he's giving him a speed boost down that little straight. That was very kind of him.
Hey, Fathead, fine.
Let's see how this turns out.
Invisible.
It looks like Fathead is utilizing his massive lead to give Ollie some speed boost on the straightaways and help close his proximity to AMS Enzo.
Invisible.
Either a really good show of sportsmanship or he really doesn't like Enzo, one of the two. And it looks like Fathead's going to move along his way after giving Ollie just a couple little speed boosts right there, closing that gap down by a couple tenths of a second. But the rest of the merit is going to be on Ollie's shoulder to take advantage.
Invisible.
And close the gap on his own. He can't have GR1 push him forever. Invisible just passed up by Tyler Man. Bloody Viper just looks like he was just passed up by this GT350. Cryptic Knight is now once again caught up to Sergeant Cross. Can he keep his nerves on the track and not allow his vehicle to fall off? It looks like a little fishtailing by both of them right there, exiting that corner. Front engine versus mid-engine setup. Right here, coming in tight.
Invisible, do you copy?
Let's see how this pans out.
I think he can hear you. I think he's just not talking.
It looks like Cryptic is going to come in, try to take the inside line just a little bit. Sergeant Cross swung wide there. It looked like they aided in giving him a higher exit speed. Now turning in towards the left-hand apex here. Oh, and it looks like Sergeant Cross has taken on a little bit of a grass line there. That's going to slow him down. Cryptic swinging wide on him.
Invisible.
And now he is completely caught up, but he is skidding the back wheels, and that set him back once again. It looks like both drivers are starting to show just little signs of nervousness right here in this bout. Both of them have been sliding their vehicles almost at the same points. And unfortunately, as a penalty for that, their tires, they're definitely significantly worn down compared to the leader, AMS Enzo. It looks like Sergeant Cross was able to stave off Cryptic a little bit through that section, maintaining a better line, good entry and exit speeds, and stable on turns. But he needs to stop that fishtailing on exits, so that way he can stay away from Cryptic. Cryptic just managed to take advantage of a little bit of slide there to get slightly closer,
I can't hear you,
but as that kills his exit speed, that's going to put Sergeant Cross farther ahead.
I still can't hear you. Go
Watch
ahead.
him to enter in towards this tight hairpin right. Looks like Sergeant Cross went over, and Cryptic went over as well. Both of them did not net any positive position from that.
I think is what he's trying to tell you.
Get it's fine.
Cross
Just
still
find
maintaining
him.
a slightly higher exit speed on that. It's just managing to pull away from Cryptic in that Lamborghini. A true testament to the performance of the Corvette. Oh, and a little bit of back-end give-out by Cross, and that's gonna be it for him right there. He has lost his position to Cryptic. Cryptic now out of last place after those first 2-3 blunders he had, setting him all the way back, basically taking him out of contention for the top 3 in the GR3 section. Now it's going to be a battle of recovery for Sergeant Cross to see if he can try and find a little bit of mistake in Cryptic's play. But before we check back in on this, updates on the GR1, 11:17, 4:73, just chopping down those times by tenths of seconds on each run. Spider-Man, relatively same time. He hasn't notched a faster lap time since the 5th lap. And it looks like Fida's GT still maintaining a 1:19.709 as his fastest lap since the 7th. He is currently on the 13th lap pending time. But missing fuel, missing possible battery charge. I'm not sure if that's a hybrid or not. Oh, actually, no, that one is not a hybrid. That's a pure petrol. Let's check back in on the fight. It looks like while we were away, Sergeant Cross managed to gain the position back ahead of Cryptic Knight. This is definitely going to be a portion of the race that's going to be more exciting. Everyone else is sort of maintaining their positions as is. And it looks like Cryptic is taking the inside line. Sergeant Cross coming out from the in, trying to squeeze him in towards that apex and maintain a wide outspeed. Cryptic just holding on, keeping it stable right there. Both are heading in towards this next left turn, 50 meters out. Or 50 feet, sorry. And it looks like Cryptic has gotten the better of him on that turn. Cross all 4 wheels into the dirt. That is going to push him back significantly. Cryptic now feeling a little more comfortable, has some breathing room up ahead, but Cross still with that top end speed. He should be able to catch up to him in this next straightaway section should he handle these next 2 turns a little more delicately than Cryptic would. Let's keep an eye here.
Do you have
and that was actually a very good strategy right there, using the wide ranging edge bumpers, giving that higher exit speed. It's actually closed back down the gap just a little bit between him. Cryptic still just holding on, significant wear to the tires, and he has bailed himself out into the red and white section of the first turn, and he has forfeited the position back to Sergeant Cross. This is a very interesting fight we have here. These two have traded positions at least 4 or 5 times within the last 2 laps. Checking back into the GR1s now. Fathead still up alone on his own. Spider-Man is now behind the fight with Cryptic and Sergeant Cross. He may get a buddy boost right here. Yep, he is going to buddy boost his teammate. He needs to be a little careful right there. He doesn't want to spin him out or give him too high of an entry point.
He's gonna look around the outside if I can make a stick.
And needs to be very cautious here.
Sergeant.
And now he actually ended up boosting Cross just for a quick second right there. Kind of counterintuitive to his previous efforts.
Sorry, Cryptic, that was an accident.
Holding up well against Cryptic. Cryptic just trying to edge in on him towards that inside, but just too much slide on the tires right there in the exit. Not really able to lay down that power and get it straight and right.
On your left.
It looks like Fides is now passing AMS Enzo. Fight is far behind, still holding that 1:19.709, a 1:27 gap between him and pole. AMS just now set a new fast lap time with 1:28.066 for a GR3. That is dang impressive. All these lap times has shown no improvement since I can't even see on the right side when his last fastest lap was. The gap between him and Enzo from the last tune-in has gone from a 7 to 8 second gap to a 16.8 second gap. Fathead still maintaining his position, leading in the GR1 pool. Invisible is just hanging on to his position, as is Viper in the GR3 class. Both of them are just at their own pace. It doesn't look like anyone's going to either lap or catch up to them in this GR3 class right now. Sergeant Cross is still holding his lead against Cryptic. Cryptic just trying to come up with a solution right now. Every time he gets ahead of Cross, he makes a small mistake by either sliding or contacting grass or gravel, and he just sets himself back behind or overshooting a turn too hard, trying to gain lead on him. It seems right there, Cryptic's taking a more shallow approach to the apex of the turn. Cross is maintaining a Corvette rather confidently right there, using its wide turn radius to maintain power through the exits of those turns. Cryptic has a slight advantage with draft, but he's not able to utilize that turn radius he has to get inside of him. Unfortunately, he's just taking these turns way too slow now, giving Cross lenience, and Cross has now put more of a gap on him at the bout to the 17th lap. Looking at Fidesz now, looks like he is on his way through, still trailing the Giro 1 bout. AMS still holding strong with a 1:28.066 lap time. Fathead has now, all the Giro 1s are now beginning their lapping completion of the Giro 3 class. So the numbers are going to be slightly mixed up here on the left side. AMS Enzo looks like he has fresh tires but no refuel capacity. He should be able to manage the rest of these laps with what he has left, but he may need to take a second pit just to give us a quick fuel boost to maintain those last 4 to 5 laps. Fathead has some tire wear, but nothing too significant. Ollie now 17 seconds behind the lead for the GR3 class. Invisible just barely keeping Ollie in his sights, getting a buddy boost from his teammate right there. Well, hopefully that doesn't send him into this corner a little fast. Ooh, a little shaky move over that barrier right there. That's a tall barrier, roughly around 5 to 6 inches off the ground. That's going to lift the tire up with enough velocity.
Do not let him pass Ollie. Just get him up to Ollie.
Invisible's getting a boost from his Giro 1 counterpart, and he is just bailed, and he has spun out in front of his teammate. That is unfortunate. That has set his teammate right there back. Tylerman is now coming back in. Can't tell. Did he push him out to the side? But it looks like that was Fidesz that has fallen to the outside.
I backed so hard at that corner not to hit Fidesz.
Cryptic still trying to catch up Sergeant Cross. Both of them experiencing some significant tire wear. Sergeant Cross, every time he takes this turn right here, he always slides his vehicle out slightly to the left, and that's what's contributing to his offset tire wear right here. His 2 left tires are more significantly worn down than his 2 right tires. He needs to find a way to either even that out or prevent sliding on that side anymore to make his right turns from becoming a weakness. Cryptic has relatively even wear, roughly above core of the tank, still trying to maintain a position on Cross, but he's managing to keep ahead and just confidently keep him behind. It looks like here we have Fidesz giving his teammate a boost.
I am having flashback from last race now.
AMS Enzo with Fathead closely behind him, not yielding to the Giro 1, although that may seem like a violation in this situation. Both are the class leaders right now. Looks like they're just giving them more of a gap. Looks like Enzo's trying to signal him with his hazard so he can let him by. And looks like Fathead is just taking a pit entry for the looks of it.
Passing left.
Ollie, I'm not going to let him pass you. I think you're a faster
racer
ultimately. I think you'll be just fine.
Checked in. The gap between the two is now much more significant as before.
I think I will be good.
Cryptic's still holding a 1:31.168 lap time, about 3 seconds shy behind the lead driver in the Giro 3 class. That's not going to bode well for him, especially this late in the race. Now more so, this is just a competition of damage control. See if he can avoid being last place. That was a bad slide right there. That's going to put uneven wear on his back left side as indicated below. You can see the back left tire is the most worn down of all 4 of them. That's probably contributing to why he's sliding out on these right-hand turns. It looks like Fidesz is more so giving up his position in the race in the Giro 1 bout and is focusing on giving his Giro 3 counterparts a boost and helping them to achieve faster straightaway speeds. But this track is mostly turns. This really isn't going to serve much benefit. This would be an excellent tactic for the previous race on Cirque de la Star. but there's not enough straight ground in this track to really take advantage of speed boosting. So it seems like this effort may just be in vain, but I mean, mostly more to the fact that it probably just helps you feel better in the long run. Enzo just now crossing a quarter tank with 4 laps to go. He likely will have enough fuel to finish up this bout. He's been extremely well with his tire and fuel management. Tires are at top-notch shape with barely any sort of degradation on them. Fathead still maintaining his position first in the Giro 1 class. It looks like he is refueled to just under half a tank with fresh tires. Ollie still holding 3rd place strong, 2nd place in the GR3 position. If my guess is correct, he's probably going to hold on to this 3rd place, 2nd for the GR3s for the rest of the race. There's really no catching up for the rest of the factions behind him. Invisible, however, is being pushed at the speed of a GR1 through these straight sections. He may catch up to Ollie within the next 2 or 3 laps if this goes down, because it looks like Tyler Man is just moving away from Fidus. Fidus is doing his GR3 team a service right now and utilizing that fast vehicle and fresh tires to get them going. Check back in. Cryptic has still fallen behind Sergeant Cross, almost similar gap as when we last seen. They were holding a very good battle there on, I think, laps 18 and 19, where they traded positions almost 5 times in 2 laps. But it looks like there's just too much a gap between him and Sergeant Cross. But Cross needs to take those turns a little faster, and he's dreadfully low on fuel. He needs to pit this lap. Oh, and it looks like Cryptic has spun out on that turn behind him, and that is going to once again set him back incredibly. He just got lapped by AMS Enzo, with Fathead falling shortly behind him. It looks like Fathead being a good sport and giving him just a slight speed boost, but that's really not going to do much against him. And Enzo's already lapped him completely. He needs to focus on getting his car, his tires up in the shape, his fuel back up in the shape, and catching up to Cross. Cross needs to pit this lap, or else he will be dead in the water and will have to forfeit the race more than likely, falling behind all positions. Tyler Man still holding 2nd place in the Giro 1 bout. Just a little too far behind Fathead to really focus on any sort of reconciliation for the time loss between the two right now. Oh, a little fishy there, almost contact with the dirt. Just trying to keep his vehicle straight on those turns. Ollie still holding 3rd. The SHP team has held on to 3rd and 4th this whole race, which is fairly impressive. Both of them notching out core tank fuel left, 1.7495 lap time. And it looks like he's still getting some help right there. Invisible getting help from his Giro 1 buddy. Honestly, I don't think Invisible really needs the help right now. I think more so the Giro 1 car needs to fall behind. Needs to fall behind and give Bloody a little more proximity to 3rd and 4th position.
I disagree.
Sergeant Cross still holding his position fairly well. Cryptic Knight has unfortunately fallen behind just too many times this race to properly recover. He may be able to take Cross in these next sections if he can keep up with them. But Cross has done an excellent job of outpacing Cryptic throughout this last section of the race, capitalizing on his spinouts and other mistakes that have been keeping him down for the most part. It looks like we have Fidus pushing one of his teammates. Fidus pushing Invisible, getting ready to lap Cryptic right there. And this may serve as a slight challenge, because once Invisible gets ahead of Cryptic right there, now that's going to be 2 vehicles that he has to fight to get out of last place. And looks like he is hot on his tail right now. He's pressured himself out wide on the turn, giving way, and both vehicles fall in front of him, and that is just going to push him back even farther. He's got to get ahead of both of those cars now to keep out of last place. It looks like Fathead's giving a little courtesy bump to Bloody Viper right there. AMS Enzo still holding strong in the first place position for the GR3 class. Otherman still holding second place, coming up on the AMS Enzo on the nice tight right-hand turn right here. Ollie, a very rough gap for him, of a 41-second gap between him and pole position. But if you look at the times, 19-second gap between first here, and then a 42-second gap. So that's roughly around 22 seconds right there posted between those two cars. So the gap between them is just still ever so increasing. Invisible still getting help from Fighters in that GR1 right there. It looks like he's just giving up the GR1 race. He's just focusing on helping Invisible get around the track as fast as possible. Cryptic Knight, unfortunately, just falling behind. He's not going to be able to catch up to Sergeant Cross. We're on the last laps here. And Fathead is currently on the final lap, notated for the GR1 class. AMS Enzo, Ollie holding a similar gap. Invisible just getting pushed up towards Sergeant Cross right there. Probably just going to try and put an extra lap on him. And it looks like there's a 3-minute finish time for the rest of the racers. That should be enough, given the lap times here, that should be enough for them to complete these last 2 laps. Maybe still for Sergeant Cross. He's got very thin time of margin to hit. Cryptic Knight is just barely starting the 24th lap. He's got to somehow squeeze 2 130 plus laps into that sub 3-minute time frame, which isn't looking very likely for him. Now it looks like for the GR1s, Fathead has finished first, Tylerman has finished second,
That score just
which
sucked.
Fighters will be following third very shortly. .2:15 time remaining for the racers to get up and past that finish line right here. We're focusing more so on the last place racers now, because it looks like Ollie is finishing off in his third place in the GR3 position.
Second place, 8.
I tried to help you as much as I could, Ollie.
And looks like Sergeant Cross has finished.
That was no way I was catching
And
up.
Cryptic has finished.
I was just worried about a minute.
Pardon my error there, I misread the lap indicator at the top. They still had 2 laps to go, but that was indeed their final lap. Oh, look. This is Mr. Fathead, and the winner for the GR3s was AMS Enzo. And congratulations to those 2 and all the other racers in this broadcast. Now we'll go ahead and unmute the party, probably for some interviews and post-game chat.
GG, everyone. GG.
GG, guys, absolutely.
Yeah, that was really good race.
I was given every one bump since I was by myself. I had no teammates, so I was just bumping everybody.
Yeah. You definitely narrowed the gap to your team.
Yes, how many died on lap 1 almost? I almost spun, someone spun.
Jesus Christ, Fides.
What happened at turn 1, bro?
So on turn 1, lap 1, there was about 3 cars that had overshot the track limit, and one of them spun out towards the middle. That was
Alright, so Yeah, the tires are like super cold, so I couldn't even brake.
Yeah, my
And then I
tires were
spun
super
out, and
cold
did
that
not
I
mean to
braked
hit
into the
cryptic.
corner, and it didn't help. I went off track, so did Tyler, followed me
Yeah.
out. Same with the corner 2. My tires were still cold, even hard on the brakes. My car just slid out on the edge of the
So,
track.
Yeah, like on the
unfortunately,
whole first lap.
On corner 1, lap 1, I went wide to avoid Fathead, and he ended up coming even more wide towards me, so I had to run over the curb on the outside to not run into him.
so
Yeah, that was my bad,
Invisible.
Cryptic. I didn't mean to hit you.
So, unfortunately, it sounds like you had a negligent contact with Cryptic that set him back so bad that he was
Yeah, I didn't
he got put into last place, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to penalize that, and I don't know how many points I'm gonna penalize, but even though it was not intentional, it was still negligent, and you know, I mean, we all knew we had cold tires, and you know, the first corner's always the worst.
A move that I would like to be reviewed, I don't remember lap 1 or lap 2, is when I got absolutely sent by Fidesz and he almost shoved me off in the sand. Because when I look back, I was completely ahead of him, and he sent it in the turn, I think it's 3. It's either 3 or 4.
And what you say? What happened now?
I went to turn into the corner, and
Yeah.
when I went to turn into the corner, next thing I know, I look over and I have a GR1 right into my door. He almost shoved me out on the sand.
Okay.
And when I look back on the straight, I was completely ahead of him.
Are we gonna do race after? We're gonna do interviews? Or?
Oh yeah. I accidentally fucking braked too. Yeah, I know what he's talking about. It was the first lap, right?
How bad did it set? Did it set Tyler back real bad? And did you gain from it?
It just made me go wide a little bit. I wouldn't say it set me back that bad.
I stayed in my position still. I was still in third, so I really didn't gain or lose anything. I just accidentally hit the brakes a little too late.
It was just a little bit of contact. And Tyler, do you think a penalty is deserved, or what?
Nah.
Okay.
I gotta do a victory lap. Woo! Oh, no, wait, I know exactly what I gotta do. I know exactly what I gotta do. Hold up. I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
Hey, Balloon, you are gonna put her on you, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do deliveries before you put the lab out?
Yeah, you know, I think that'd be a good idea. Here, give me just
Are
one
we gonna
moment.
do the race interviews?
I've only got 2 that I want to.
Yeah, that's up to Manji. Okay, wait, where's the start line? Here it is. Here we go.
Wait, how long was
Well, I thought you were doing the race interviews. Go ahead.
No, Manji's the person to do everything, so.
Alright, Manji, start interviewing Manji.
Hey, buddy.
I don't think Manji's here.
Hello.
Hey, bloody guy. I think he did.
Hey, Manji, did you die?
I think Monchi left.
No, I'm currently putting together some notes to talk about for you guys.
Oh, okay. I thought for sure Tyler was gonna get me with like his consistency and how he was doing. I thought he was gonna get me.
Dude, that car, I don't know what happened. Like, it just struggling.
Fathead,
Yes.
are privates allowed to use the color red or no?
Or what?
Are privates allowed to use the color red?
I'm not actually. I don't know. I've been using the color red for so long that I do not know.
Tyler, do you know?
I don't know either. I'll have to wait till Bloody comes back.
Yeah, what?
I actually drove
you know,
very,
fuck
very
it.
sloppy overall.
Who's asking what?
I'm gonna try and slide it.
Oh, me. Fighters.
Uh-huh.
Are privates allowed to use the color red for ACP?
Oh yeah, this thing will not slide.
Okay.
Okay, alright, so.
Bro, at one point, Invisible was about to overtake me. Fidesz was like pushing him, and he got like so close to me.
I know, and then this motherfucker went to pits, I was like, shit.
On the mic and say, bro, what the hell?
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and start with the post-race interviews. I'm going to start with the GR1 class and move on down to the GR3 class, starting with Fathead. So Fathead posed the dominant lead in the first race and the dominant lead in the second race. What were your tactic changes from race 1 to race 2 to help maintain that first place position for you?
Well, compared to race 1, it was more of a very high-speed style race, and I had a lot of fast opponents. My car definitely was not the fastest speed car out there. I had to worry about the 787 and the LM55 and even that 908 or not 908, R18 that Fidesz was driving. But this one, I actually had a very big worry with Tyler switching to the 908 because I know that car personally and is very fast. I just had to change it up and keep my laps consistent. I managed to run a 117 on average, which I was actually happy for and was grateful for. I love this Toyota. It hasn't let me down yet. I didn't really have to change anything up other than just keeping my pace going the way that I intended to before the race actually started.
That's good. For the next race, do you feel that you made the necessary adjustments to keep this first place position that you're holding on to, or do you think you have to change up your strategy once again for a different technicality type of track?
Oh, next race will be at, well, technically will be at Monza, so it's going to be more of a fast-paced track. That 908 and same with that R18 are going to be drastically faster on the straights than my TSO. I'm just hoping that I can get faster exit speeds out of the corners, and hopefully my fuel efficiency for my car will play a big factor. That's what played the big factor today. I was able to run 20 laps before I was able to pit going on, and still having a good 15 laps of fuel left. So I'm hoping I can rely on the same strategy, relying on my fuel consumption and just keeping a consistent time. If it's going to be tough, I'm expecting to see that 908 and R18 up my ass at least.
All right, that was good. That was good. Thank you very much. Good job on the first place win. Go take some victory laps. Have a good time.
Thank you.
All right, Tyler, man, you post up second place in the G1 category. Hold. You didn't notch that first place win, unfortunately, but you managed to hold your second place really well. What was your thoughts in the race, just kind of being in the middle of that first and third, maintaining your position?
Well, I think overall it was a good race. Car definitely had some stability issues, but overall some great battles. You know, obviously battling with Fidesz was pretty fun. And, I think once the middle part of the race came and the car started getting lighter, I felt like I was getting faster and started running down, you know, the GR3s faster. As far as first place goes, you know, that's a very fast car. Out of the corners, I just had nothing for him, so hopefully next race in Monza we'll be able to bring something to him.
Yeah, for the next race at Monza, as Fathead had mentioned, it's going to be more utilization of speed in those straight sections, a little bit of combination of technical practice with a hard braking chicane on the straightaway, and you've got some turns, some small sections in there. Do you feel that having more straightaways is going to pose a better advantage for you on next race?
Yeah, I think it'll definitely help. I know that I'm going to have a very big battle with that R18. I know how deadly that R18 is in a straight line. So I'm just going to have to hope to stay in the slipstream and make something happen. I know that, again, like I said, that TSO30 is going to be quick out of corners, but I know his weakness is, you know, middle of straight line speed. So hopefully we'll be able to do something.
Okay, that was good introspect. Good job on second place. And I'll see you for the next round.
Thank you.
All right, Fidesz, are you here?
He's not.
Fidesz is not present. Okay, well, that sums it up for the Giro 1 classes. On to the Giro 3. Enzo, are you present?
Yep.
Okay, so kind of a similar spiel for Fathead on the first race. On the first race, you maintained a dominant position for the Giro 3 class. Same here, excellent management of tire wear and fuel wear. I was watching you throughout the race. Really managed to keep a clean line throughout there and keep your tires from prematurely wearing, and that really contributed to maintaining your high lap times and speed throughout the most of the race. Do you feel that this is a similar strategy that you can carry onto the Monza, or you got to focus more on maintaining that high end that the Corvette can put out against the other vehicles?
No, that's disclosed for next race.
Fair enough. Do you have any other points or comments you want to ask?
I felt that was a pretty good race. I got pretty lucky as there was fireworks at the first turn. Might have been just because it's New Year's, but it got me a good 4 seconds right out of turn 1. And
yeah, that turn 1.
Away.
Yeah, the turn one definitely did aid you a huge amount. I noticed. It was a good job maintaining your discipline right there and just staying away from the calamity behind you.
Yeah.
I'd say that's one of the main contributing factors that you've had from race one to race two is your ability to stay out of scrums and your ability to maintain away from accidents and spin outs and other stuff like that. You had little to no mistakes at all throughout the series. I feel like it's a very strong point as to why you now have 2 first-place wins from the Euro 3 class.
For sure. I also feel like I definitely learned how to warm my tires up a bit better as I was really struggling with the first race, and this time I just got them really quickly up to temperature and it was gone.
Good, excellent. All right, well, good job in GO3 win, and I will see you at the next race.
See you.
Okay, so Ollie, are you present?
Yep.
Okay, so having Enzo for a year, the Corvette, you maintained a solid second place for that GR3 bout. What were your thoughts having Enzo throw a little more gap on you, but also maintaining the distance between you and the SHP team for 3rd and 4th?
Since the start, I was always thinking about me. I was trying to get him into turn 1, but then I just saw I had a bad start. So then we have the exit of turn 1, then everyone binned it. Can I say, like, I almost spun, we got a couple other cars, then just see Enzo already has like a 5-second lead, so I was just trying to catch up, but he had the more pace and better heat in tires and all of that, and I was lucky I could drive away from Invis and Bloody early on.
Yeah, you definitely did a good on you for holding that position very well. You maintained your gap. Like I said, unfortunately, you didn't get that first place win you hoped, but second's still pretty good. Do you feel you have any strategy adjustments going into Monza next round? That's going to be more of a mix of utilizing top end speed and close technical turns.
I will most likely try to get more moves maybe on the straight, because this car has okay straight line speed but not the best. So like the C7, it has pretty good straight lines. I will see if I can do something into the heavy braking zones like turn 1 and turn 4. There's chicanes, but no other than I think it will be the same.
Okay, alright, well, thank you very much. Good job on the second place. Have yourself a wonderful evening, and I'll see you for the next one.
Thank you.
Alright, now on to Invisible. Are you here? Okay, so Invisible, very interesting dynamic between you and your GR1 driver towards the end of the race there. Do you think that was a necessary intervention? Personally, for me, I think he should have focused the speed boosting efforts for Viper, who was roughly a section behind you. He didn't necessarily need the speed boost too much because, unfortunately, Ollie was too far ahead to compensate for that. But Viper definitely could have used the speed boost a little more than yourself, don't you think?
So, I didn't really need the speed boost. But other than that, it was fun watching my speed go up. At the beginning of the race, had some technical difficulties when it comes to tires or so, which I really felt bad for. Just trying to keep up with quality.
Okay, well, good.
Just was trying to, I was doing like 7 to 8 seconds behind the entire race.
Yeah, you maintained a pretty steady lap time there. There wasn't much difference in the high and lows. You started getting consistent around the 10th lap. Your times didn't really deviate too much past the 0.5 second mark. So overall, a very good performance. Good job.
For the first time driving in the 911 and joining a team late, and I noticed and everything. So it's gonna be a good race next race.
Yeah, definitely. For the first time in on 9/11 and joining in the series a little late, that's definitely a good adaptation. You maintained the third place win, so congratulations on that, and I'll see you at the next one.
Alright, see you.
Alright, Viper, you present?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so, your team held the third and fourth place position in the Tier 3 category. Definitely a very significant advantage to have two team members placed close in on the bracket like that. How do you think that's going to help you going into the Monza race?
Well, I think it'll do us all right. I gotta say with the strategy here for this race, I think was set up quite fairly decent. I didn't know how much of a gap Ollie had on Invisible, and of course, knowing there was that little faux pas there in the beginning of the race at the first turn, I wanted to kind of make up for that. So of course, I ordered my Group 1 driver to try and help Invisible. Now, if Invisible disagreed with that, then he should have let me know he didn't want the help, and he wouldn't have got the help, and that would have been just fine. Unfortunately, there was a lack of communication there because we weren't able to communicate for reasons. So ultimately, I still think we finished strong, and this is more of an unfamiliar track with myself, but I think Monza is going to be a lot more different of a story personally.
That's good. That's good. Well, good job to you holding third and fourth, and I will see you in the next one.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate it.
Let's see. Who else do we have here? Sergeant Cross, are you present? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, well, it looks like Cross is not present.
I don't think he's here. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's here. Okay, well, on to Cryptic. Are you present? Okay, so Cryptic. Very unfortunate start for you right there at the first turn. You definitely got the butt end of the stick right there, being spun out into the green off the first. What were your thoughts on that spin out? Did you kind of have a realization that this is going to be more of an uphill fight from that, or were you just more so focused on trying to make up the best for it? Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. I want to cap on specifically. You had a very good tussle with Sergeant Cross, trying to see who can keep each other in last place right there. Unfortunately, what we saw on the broadcast, there was a lot of incidents where your back left was just giving out on you, and you had greened out and gone into the gravel a couple times when you shouldn't have, and that really did set you back a decent amount and kept you in last place. Do you think that your nerves are getting to you, or you're struggling too much to try and keep the focus in line, trying to stay at last place right there? Because you both were in good proximity, but then right there towards the 20 lap mark is when he really started to put the gap on you and keep you in last place. Well, that's good. That's good integrity to acknowledge him in such a way. He definitely did put up a decent fight, managed to keep his line ahead of you fairly well. You guys did trade positions a couple times within roughly around 4 or 5 times within a 2-lap span, which made the broadcast very interesting. That was probably one of the most covered interactions in the race right there, because everyone was just more spread out and in their own line and in their own zone. So coming into the Monza race, what adjustments to your strategy are you going to make to prevent from having a bad first turn interaction like that again? Okay, fair enough. Well, sorry about the last place finish. You still finished though, which is good. You put up a good fight, and it was certainly entertaining to watch. So good luck for the next race, and I will see you in the. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps up our interviews for the post-game raid. post-race game. I don't know how else you want to put that. Thank you for tuning in. It's definitely an interesting bout that we had here. The replay was saved on my end, so I'll be sure to take some nice pictures of it to share with the communities. But until then, we will see you on the next race. Have a good one. Alright, broadcast is over.
Can I just give a quick shout out?
Yeah, go for it.
Shout out to Invisible for in a span of 20 minutes going from watching a race to getting thrown in a car, no practicing, getting a P3. Hats off to that man.
Yeah, honestly, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was certainly certainly a very interesting race. A lot of notes to be considered there. The first lap, first corner interaction. A lot of drivers do need to improve on those first lap, first corner interactions. We almost had a similar result in the first race, but there was more room for people to bail and keep themselves safe. This first one was a very tight right-hand turn, and the bailout section, unfortunately, was a slight incline, which promotes the spin-out, which is what happened right there to a couple of the drivers who went wide into the red and white. One went into the green, and then it just sort of meshed everything up in this way that made it tough for a lot of the drivers in the midsection to catch up to the lead. Enzo was far enough in the front where he was safe from all that.
I think the best thing that I got over Fathead was that launch. I did an F1 style launch on him and it worked.
Well, yeah, it was really good.
I'll put it to you this way: me and him were neck and neck going into turn one.
Yeah.
And then we just both ran wide, and I had to go over to red and white to avoid hitting him. So. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready for sloppy.
Yes, sir. I know that shit's right.
I think Buddy's still making liveries, I would think.
Yeah, I just
my tongue is fucking dry. All that talking. Was anyone tuned into the broadcast?
No, but I was listening the whole time. To do the headset or whatever.
I was listening. I actually couldn't. I wish I hadn't been because I couldn't communicate with my team properly. Because I would have known better. Okay, Invis, where are you compared to Ollie? Okay, cool, not far, cool. I can get you up there by Fidesz, because Fidesz sure as hell ain't gonna win shit. So fuck it, you know.
I think at the end of the race, Invis was 7 seconds behind me.
Oh. I guess he helped a little bit, but I mean, and Ollie, you know, I mean, no hard feelings. I knew that I was a little salty that the start of our Group 3 thing had just failed so much, miserably, and I'm like, okay, you know, I don't know how much of a better driver Ollie is compared to Enzo, but let me give Invisible, but let me give Invisible a better chance at seeing, you know, how things would have been. You know, so that was just me. I was not going to have Fidesz push Invisible past you because I knew you did not have a Group 1 driver to do the same. So I didn't want to, like I said, I just wanted to level the playing field a little bit more, if you will.
Yeah.
I knew with Cryptic and Sergeant behind me, no offense of course, I knew I was sitting just fine. I wasn't worried about that.
Yeah, you had a very comfortable.
Yeah.
Behind you to worry about.
As far as Cryptic goes, that first time that I caught up to him, to lap him, unlap myself, I wasn't even. It completely slipped my mind to give him a bump. I was like, oh fuck, and it slipped my mind after I went around him. But then the second time I caught up to him, I tried to push him all the way up that straight until we got to the braking zone, and I backed off on him, and then I went around the outside.
Yeah. The what happened with Cryptic and Invisible, and then is nothing but unfortunate, you know. It sucked. Maybe I could have, we could have all avoided that mess if I would have said, hey, you know, be careful, cold tires, y'all watch out, whatever. But, you know.
Fucking, I took it way wide, then cut the inside, so I took the, like, easiest turn on the car possible, and then, nope.
Well, I mean,
what I feel we should do for next time to prevent this from happening, and I'll do it if you'd like, add an extra lap onto the lap tally, do a safety lap with a safety car, so that way everyone has time to weave, warm up their tires, get their shit straight, and then the safety car can depart and the racers can take off.
I'm perfectly fine with that, so long as you use an SHP safety car. Sounds good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Bloody, when you watch the replay, you're gonna have to ignore the first corner on the GR1s. They all went wide, like
yeah, and that's
like
fine.
that was just we were all hard on the brakes, and even me, I was braking earlier than I normally would, and my car just would not stop.
Because he was on my inside, I knew he was on my inside, so I turned in on the outside and I went wide, and then when I turned in, I saw his fender coming towards me, so I turned out of it.
Yeah, no, that
because I've had that happen in an F1 race before online, where somebody did that, and I turned out of it.
That's totally fine, nothing to it. You know, and I'm sure there's, you know, a lot of people that maybe, you know, had more than 2 tires over the white line and such. Of course, I'm no exception. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, and it happens. I know they're right there on that corner right before start finish, the last corner. You know, I know I definitely went over that line a couple times, but of course it did not help me, you know, or anything.
I mean, I suppose if it's not too like drastic, like if your car is not like way the fuck out there, then it should be fine.
Right.
I know one time I turned into turn 1, and when I turned into turn 1, it pulled a GTR on me, and the back end stepped down on the brakes, and I ran over the red and white, and I backed out of the gas and turned it back on the track and got back onto the gas.
Yeah, I made that mistake last race where I didn't get out of it, so every time I even made like 3 tires slightly go over the line, I fucking backed out of it.
Yeah, because I know the rule is if you go over, that's fine, but make sure you back out the gas so you don't gain any time, and that's what I did. I just backed out of it a bit. But I know I got some. I'm just gonna admit, I know I got some penalties that race.
There's something I'm gonna check. Well, see, like if it's like if you go and like your second set of tires, like if I said the white line was the limit, if you go and like your second set of tires are on that line, I don't think that really is going to be like an issue.
Especially especially if it doesn't put you in a position to gain. I think that's the biggest thing I believe about it.
But if like you're way over, then yeah, there should be some. Yeah.
I think every time that I think I got a penalty, I was like so far ahead. There was no time that I gained at all. To be quite frankly honest. I mean that's just my opinion though. Obviously up to the officials. So.
Hey, Cryptic, did you report those messages as commercial content or spam or whatever?
Yeah, it's this dude saying like, click here to view online strips without closing, so I just fucking deleted them.
Okay.
It happened on mine and Fathead stream too.
Wow.
I'm taking
Yeah, I keep getting some random like things for like Russian shit. Like some Russian fuckers are commenting on my shit, and it's like, what the fuck? Who are these people?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to ban them off our streams.
There's something I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna look at that first corner and see how bad the contact was between Invis and Cryptic.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be a big deal. I mean,
it's like
it was obvious. Obviously, it was bad enough to set. I think Cryptic honestly would have had a better chance at beating me, to be straight up with you. But I don't know. You know, it seemed like we were still pretty even no matter what. But at the same time, I think that collision drastically negatively affected Cryptic's performance, which I believe deserves a penalty.
My mood was gone after that. The entire fucking race.
Well, I understand. Well, Cryptic, what do you think would be a proper penalty amount for that kind of contact?
I don't know. I mean, he didn't really stop. He just fucking corrected his car and went. So I don't know. I can't judge that.
I understand.
The one thing that I respect about Cryptic,
oh shit,
no offense to Vondon, but even though he was wrecked out and was last place, he never quit the race on me.
Oh, I was thinking about just pulling to the side, but I'm like, nah, I don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say you would have got disqualified for that.
Yeah.
No. Vonda did that to me, and you don't know how badly that pissed me off.
Yeah.
That was on that Nürburgring, matter of fact.
Yeah, but I can say when he hit me, I was turning to the left slightly to try to correct my car from spinning completely or going in the dirt. But my rear right tire started spinning, and it kicked my car around, and I slammed into the wall backwards. So I legit had to do a full 360 and then go.
Yeah, this.
So after watching this right here, Invis goes into the corner. His ass end breaks out. He is sliding. He's hard on the brakes, and Cryptic just it's wrong place, wrong time. Literally is what it is. Invis was on his brakes when he went sideways. He was trying to stop, but the car wouldn't. See, he enters here. Car tries to give it a little throttle. Nothing. Just went right in front of him, and they clipped.
I was gonna say, can you publish?
Yeah, I'll publish it for you.
Just
and I guess you can see me in background in turn one that just because I was just about spinning.
Yeah, I seen you save it.
Leave the replay, you slow bitch of a game. I hate how you can't leave the replay when it's at like the race start. Come on. Alright, hold on.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Here. I'll just do this.
Oh, that is just...
Uh-oh.
Oh, that is...
What did Fathead see?
Hold on, I'm trying to figure something out here.
Ooh, Fathead, you are gonna love these photos. I'm taking pictures of the race that we had.
Tyler jumped!
What?
You jumped like a quarter of a second before Vonda's car crossed the line. But it doesn't matter since nothing really gained out of it.
I was gonna say, because as soon as he passed me, I punched it.
He had to cross the line, not as soon as he passed
us. Oh, my bad. I thought it was when he passed us. Well, now I know that now.
Yeah, there we go. The replay should be published. Never mind, it's taking forever. It's just 8% and I've been sitting here
now
for
I
an
feel like an
minute.
idiot. I thought it was when he passed the actual GR1 course. Son of a bitch.
Well, see, like, it doesn't really matter in that aspect because you didn't really gain anything from it, but I'm waiting for... Oh, yeah. I see that contact between you and Fidesz.
Yeah.
Fidesz dive-bombed. He... Hold on, I'm going to rewatch this part back here.
Me?
Wait a minute, I gotta check... I gotta see something. That almost looks deliberate. It really does. Hold on.
You can see, I left in the room.
Because I'm trying to see... I can tell if he tries to turn his wheel when he goes into that corner because of how that little dot up front. Oh no! His wheel wasn't even turning when he hit Tyler. He sent that into his door.
Oh.
He braked late and everything. I don't understand. Fidesz can go so much faster in this car. I don't know why he doesn't.
I think he's got lack of confidence in the car, to be quite honest with you.
Well, it's kind of the same thing that happened last time, if I'm not mistaken. On the first race, when he encountered those two blunders at the first turn and the first chicane, He kind of just drove like cautiously the whole time. And I feel like that has carried over into this race. He's too cautious. He needs to put more trust into the vehicle and his capabilities. Hey, Fathead, I'm posting a picture from the race that we had on the first, earlier today, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna like it. It's when we were 3 wide on the SAR straight.
Aww.
I would still love a picture clip of when NASCAR and Bloody were side by side last night in that 1080, and they left just enough room in between both of them, and you just see me and P1 come right through the middle of them.
No, the best moment in the SHP lobby the other day was when Bloody was going to pull someone over, and I came flying up to him next to him in a Peugeot 208 doing 190 something while he's in his Charger, and I'm like, "What's up, Bloody?" And then he pushes me into the fucking wall. He's like, "Fuck you."
Hey Tyler, the replay's posted so you can see it.
Yeah, but it's downloaded.
I still wish for the last few lobbies Bloody would make me a Peugeot 208 police car. I would totally rock that bitch.
He's not going to.
Oh god, I would love it. I would love to pull someone over in a Peugeot 208. I would love a Peugeot police car. Peugeots are my favorite car company.
See, the problem is though, they would do what they do to me in a Taycan. They would just instantly like, "Yep, fuck you," and punch it.
You know the thing though? That's gonna get more felonies. More people are gonna get booted.
True.
And don't knock on my little Peugeot. I mean, come on, I gave you guys a run for your money in that little car the other day.
Well, I mean,
y'all were pushing me everywhere, and I was just still going.
You know, I'm just gonna no comment on that.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
I even spun Bloody out with it.
Well, you know, if I hadn't had to keep dodging Enzo, I probably would have stood a chance.
Yeah, Enzo really likes to be up there and be like primary all the time, I know.
Hi.
That TSO 30 gave me a very good run.
I'm gonna post the photos in the PSN chat real quick.
Oh, I gotta join this party. Someone wants to talk to me.
Let's see. Yeah, someone wants to see us for turn 1.
Yeah, just watch Invis. You'll see what I mean. I shall return.
Oh, okay, I see.
Put them into the SHP Motorsports chat. Check them out. I know, Ollie, you're gonna like them.
Let's see. Ooh.
Fathead said Invisible was on the brakes almost the entire time. He only tapped it when he came into the corner.
We were side by side. Wow. Like.
Yeah, like your and my car were literally parallel, and he was just squeezing through the middle right there.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, fucking Fido's only tapped his brake when he came into the corner, not before he hit me.
I want to see this turn 1 between me and Fathead. Okay, so we go in here. I take the wide legs. I know he's there. And then, yeah, I just turned out because that's all he ran wide.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, on the brake, off the brake, full throttle, straight into my door.
Like a fucking... Who was that back there at the race? Was that fucking... Who was in the very back when we were racing 3 wide on SARS?
That was faded.
He's just all the way back there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. That dive bomb. Nah, fam.
Oh my god. Oh, Tyler, go to the SHP Motorsports chat on the PlayStation, right? And look at the image where you see NTG faded all the way in the back.
Wow.
I should just go back in there and just take a picture of us from his perspective.
Yeah.
Alright, guys,
Oh
I'm
my
back.
god. I'm gonna go do that. Oh, by the way, Bloody, let me...
Yeah.
I'm gonna repost that National Guard decal so you can complete my livery order.
Yeah, that's good. I'll go ahead and do that.
Can I call you on Discord or Messenger real quick and show you something, Bloody?
Yeah, sure. Does it have anything to do with the replay or whatever?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, I have just reposted it.
1040.
Alright.
Oh, what?
Well, and then, Monty, I'll get that for you. Give me just one moment, I'll be right here.
I'm on my second
copy
account.
jalopy. Okay, hang on, let me go back to that replay. I'm gonna find that piece again. Oh, poor Faded.
Rip. He did.
This is the right account, right? Son of a bitch. Come on. Oh, you bitch. Fucking Discord.
Gotta love Discord. The best
Yeah,
app
I'm
in
trying
the
to sign
world.
back into my main account and it's fucking... There it is. Alright, I'll be back.
Just saying nope. Bum, 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 bum. No, I don't need that logo. What?
I found it. Hang on. I'm just taking a picture, like... Let me see if I flatten the perspective as much as I can. Oh my god, like we're there all the way in ahead.
And then number 5, right there, make it black and small so I can fit there. And the team. Perfect. And then go buddy, rear. Wow.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hi.
Everyone is dead.
Helio.
Almost, I think.
What happened to Mr. Bloody Viper X?
Talking with Chris.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I just ate a chocolate.
Oh, so you're gonna die now because
Yeah, basically I'm a dog, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, I work like a dog as well.
Don't they get blind if they eat chocolate?
No, they die.
Oh.
I don't know. But my dog has ate like a whole bar of chocolate, she's still alive, so I don't think they die. I think because my dog's Mexican, that's why, but that's about
No, they just get progressively closer to liver disease.
Oh.
You just can see faded.
Poor
Long
faded. These motherfuckers up here having a 3-wide battling out the down the face back. They're like, I'm back here, guys. I'm back here. Wait for me.
Wait for me, damn it!
This R8 is slow. Wait for me. Wait for me.
That's kind of interesting. You see, my car has a steady amount of camber. Ollie is a little lighter, but it looks like Fathead. He has the most camber of all of us.
Oh, what the fuck is for camber?
Yeah, you see that, right?
Yeah. Your car has a bit camber. Fathead's car has a lot of camber. Mine has almost none.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And then you look at Faded. He's got about a moderate amount, but roughly close to mine.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, no, they do some good photos here. My favorite is the one that zoomed up on your Ferrari right there.
Hey,
that's a really nice action shot. He's out of the party.
Oh shit, Tyler, you in here still?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I need you to Cryptic's going to okay, yeah, okay, cool. All right, yep.
I have so many mileage points from racing, you nerds.
Yeah. Where the fuck is the deer?
So why did they even bother giving us like multiple rims of the same finishes when we can just make those colors?
Wee.
It's hot.
Uh-huh.
I got a wide body C7.
Wee. Wah.
Wah wah wah.
Wah.
Wah wah
Wah.
wah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Our buddy still is delivering but
Wee.
I forgot what car I asked. Oh yeah, this few. I just hear playing casually just flying over my house.
Normal.
Yeah, right? Until they fucking kill you. Yeah, normal.
Normal.
Right?
Totally normal.
Yes, pity.
And then you just see a plane in your house.
Right? It's like fucking crazy.
Did I finally find a color match? Oh my god, it's been 10 years. I need to take a picture of that color.
Matte finish.
Save this livery.
Viper, did you get that decal for that?
I think he's in a meeting.
We're in a phone call, so me, Fat Head, Cryptic aren't available, and Bloody.
Yeah, being kind of silly.
Oh, being penises, I see.
In other words, yeah.
Ooh. 911 RSR.
Subaru. Should I buy another Subaru?
Mitsubishi.
Should buy another Group 4 for just shit and giggles. I don't want the. But this Subaru sounds so good. It's only 300 grand. What the fuck? I love it. Bless you. Were you sneezing? I can't tell. Bro, this shit lame as hell. Damn, bro. This is kind of boring. But okay.
you